Hi guys, hi everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Guys, so last week there was no content posted, there was nothing, life sometimes can just, happen and we can't control everything. So yeah, I was busy and but hey, on the brighter side, I am back. And for those who don't know me, I am Kotani Mutao. This is the Novelty Tuesday channel, meaning here we talk about anything and everything, and every Tuesday, unless something happens, we are here. So please do subscribe to my channel. As you can see guys, today I am not alone. There is a guest. The beautiful Wanga is joining me today.
Thank you.
I'm so excited. I'm happy to have you.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. So guys, today's topic is self-love, trauma, and healing. Such a huge topic.
It is. I wonder why you picked me for this one.
Because guys, I think you've been through the most. You've been through life.
Wow.
Honestly.
Just wow.
When I saw the trauma in my mind, I'm like, no, this is just the right person for this.
Imagine, should I be flattered?
I think so. I think so.
We'll see.
And remember guys, we are not setting the record straight, we're not setting any law, we're just having a conversation. So whatever we're going to say here is just through our life experiences, and yeah, you can take 1%, even if it's just 1%, or I don't know, nothing at all, but yeah just take something please. Okay, so I have questions here that will help us just to make this conversation all flowy and all that. Can you please unlock the phone for me? So like I said already, self-love. What is self-love to you?
Self-love. It's pretty much self-explanatory. It's just loving yourself, right?
Okay.
So how do you do that? You take care of yourself. Taking care of yourself spiritually, emotionally, and physically, I would say then you know how to love yourself. And there are a number of ways you can use to do that, to take care of yourself, right?
Yeah.
So you need to find the one that best suits you.
Sure.
Yeah, so when you do that, you know that now, you know what, I've got myself, I love myself. It's also putting yourself first, I would say, before anybody else. Yeah, just appreciating yourself and merely doing that, taking care of yourself. Would you want to add to that?
I thought I have a 2-cent opinion, but with everything you said, honestly, I don't even know what to add, because self-love is just what you said. Loving yourself, because I believe there is nobody who can love you like you love yourself.
No.
There is nobody who can do that for you. So I'm just going to take your definition.
All right, let's move.
Yeah. So why is it so important to love yourself? Why is the relationship with yourself, between yourself, important than any other relationship?
Why is it important to love myself?
Yes.
And why is the relationship important? It's important to love myself because if I don't love myself, nobody else will be able to love me.
Sure.
And I think we all want love, eh? We all want to be loved.
Right.
So if you can't love yourself, then other people won't be able to love yourself. Or even if they do, they won't be their best self. They won't love you the best they could if you loved yourself when they want to. I don't know if I'm making sense.
I get what you're saying.
So the relationship is very, very important because people come and go, hey, every day. We have sisters, brothers, friends, everyone. The list goes on. Those people can literally just leave us now. It can either be death or just the relationship ending, right?
Yeah.
But yourself will never leave you.
Right.
When you
You're
die,
stuck.
you go with yourself, But you got you for the rest of your life. So the relationship is important in a sense that, well, you're stuck with you. Imagine being stuck with someone you don't like.
Hey.
Someone you don't love. So the relationship is important because when you have that best possible healthy relationship with yourself, I think your life will somewhat flow easily than it would if you didn't. And life is hard as it is, so it's also important to just try to eliminate any challenges that you can come across. Because it's hard as it is, so we need to make it easier for us to just kind of live. Yeah.
So just to add my opinion to that, the relationship with you is more important than any other relationship. Because I'm just going to add with the Bible verse. The Bible says, love your neighbors as you love yourself. So I think it's not easy. You cannot love somebody if you cannot love this. If you cannot love yourself, it's not going to be it's like you need to, like, the prerequisite for loving someone is to love yourself first.
Yeah, because when we do things as human being, I feel like we're a reflection of how we feel inside, right?
Right.
So when you love yourself, then meaning you will be able to love other people easily.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's good.
Okay, so since we're still on self-love,
Yeah.
what are your favorite things about yourself?
About myself, let me think. The fact that I don't have a kid.
Oh, save me, Lord. At this age, really?
It's a flex. I'm just kidding. I think the best thing about myself would be that I can still put a smile on someone's face.
Oh, that's right.
I can still make somebody else's day. If they're having a bad day, it's still within my capabilities to just, show up and be there for them and just make their day, right? Changing lives positively, yeah, I love that about myself. The list goes on. I'm the best, really. So let's just stick with that for now.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, I get you. Do you want to hear mine?
Definitely. Please share.
Okay, I think I've become one of the most, listen to me, like, most understanding people in the world.
Yeah, that's good.
Like, I was the most judgmental person. I would judge you for like, literally anything. I would question everything, like the behavior, like anything that people do.
Yeah.
But through the
Because
life,
you didn't understand.
I didn't understand, and I didn't want to understand. There are those people like, I don't care what you're going through. Hey, I don't.
True.
But then life will humble you. Life will humble you. So I think I'm just humbled by love.
Yeah.
And I've learned to understand, like, okay.
I think that's the beauty of life, really. Having to understand things better when you experience it.
Right.
Understanding something through action and experience. Yeah.
That's why sometimes you just go through things and
then you get humbled.
Yeah, I'm just humbled, honestly, and I'm like, I understand. Not that I'm just taking everything people are doing to me, but instead of me judging them, I try to understand, okay, this is coming from this place, or this is what happened, and I think that's the most thing that I love about myself. And this phone is just gonna give me problem, guys. It's not mine. Okay. How do you maintain a good relationship with yourself?
This feels like an exam. What's that model? Madai's model? Optic something, some mineralogy. It feels like mineralogy exam. Okay, a good relationship, right? Maintenance. I would say the two key point things would be patience and forgiveness. Yeah, forgiving yourself and be patient with yourself.
Sure.
I haven't mastered the art of the two, but I feel like they're the most important thing to could maintain a good relationship with yourself. By patience, I mean being patient with yourself. There are a lot of things that you're not going to get right in time.
You're right.
There are a lot of things that you're not going to understand in time. And when you're impatient, you get frustrated easily. When you're impatient, you lose your composure easily. When you're impatient, you lose yourself that easily.
Right.
So to avoid all that, you just need to be patient with yourself, because we have different people achieving things we want to achieve in a short space of time. A lot of things are happening around us, and social media is not helping. So you just need to take a step back and breathe and be patient with yourself. And when that is happening, you're going to be making a lot of mistakes. So you need to forgive yourself for that. There are things that are going to happen and you'll be like, why did I do that? Like, what was I thinking? It happens. And you didn't intend for that to happen, so you need to forgive yourself for that. Forgiveness goes a long way, really. It's easier to forgive another person, and it's very hard to forgive yourself. If Kodani just do something simple to me, or even if it's not something simple, it's easier for me to forgive her with time. Sure. But it's hard to forgive yourself. I think it's like that because it's crucial. It's more crucial to forgive yourself than you would forgive the next person. So let's just practice forgiveness and patience, and if we master the two, then we should have a good relationship with ourselves.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm here stuck on the forgiveness part. Like, I struggled for years. Like, I couldn't forgive myself. You know, when you do something, and it's just stuck in you because you feel like, okay, when something is just going left, you feel like it's because I did something in the past, it's because I did this and this. So, like, I'm taking that point with me when you said, forgiving the next person is much better than forgiving yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's easy. Somebody can just do anything to you and you feel like, okay, it's okay, I'm just gonna forgive. But when you're stuck, it's just in you. It's just so hard. So
It limits yourself from doing a lot of things, from
yeah.
growth, from healing. It's
Mhm.
just a stumbling block that needs to just
So we need to forgive ourselves.
yeah.
Sure,
Literally.
guys. Okay, all right. Trauma.
Oh, child, what about trauma?
Let's just get to it now. So, what are traumas?
Yeah.
What do you know? How do you know you're traumatized?
Okay. For me, trauma would be unbearable emotional strain, unbearable emotional stress.
Okay.
Just not only emotional, just it's exhausting physically as well. So when you're going through something and your body just says no, you know what, I'm tired, I cannot take this anymore. That's just, I think it's somewhat along the same line as depression. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but
I think it's
Yeah.
psychologically right.
yeah, so it's just having some unbearable emotional stress and it's that deep. So symptoms like knowing that you're traumatized would differ depending on the type of trauma that you have.
Okay.
Yeah, so for me it was, I had different traumas. So one of the things was just losing my composure. I couldn't just handle emotional situation anymore. I would just lose it. Yeah, just being sensitive, I would say. It was that. Yeah.
So let's
You
talk
get
about
triggered easily in a way when you're traumatized.
with. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your traumas now. I mean, that's why you are here.
No, I didn't sign up for this.
No, let's talk about yours. What happened to you?
This girl, my traumas. Okay. I think my very first trauma would be bullying.
Okay.
Yeah, I think people underestimate things that we're being told as kids because those things really do stuck on our subconscious. And it's not easy to just rewrite that program as you grow old, because the more you live, the more you experience people and things that kind of like affirm to what you've been told as a kid. So it gets stuck on your mind, hey? So yeah, I was bullied as a kid by the color of my skin, the size of my eyes. I was called ugly left, right, and center. And yeah, growing up alongside my cousin who was yellow, a yellow bone, I would say light in complexion rather.
Yeah.
I felt as though she got much attention than I did, even from family members, you know. So all that happening, it just kind of asphyxiated the fact that I'm not enough. I'm not beautiful, nor am I worthy of anything, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like other kids would prefer to play with a light-skinned girl than play with a dark person's skin. You know, in primary and high school, would have crush there and there, and you find that you feel like boys are more crushing towards light-skinned girls than they would with you. So it's like it kind of gives you the affirmation that, you know what, child, you really are ugly.
Sure.
Yeah, so as you grow up you get to believe that, and it's just it does traumatize you big time. It sounds simple, but I feel like life would have been so much easier if I didn't believe that about myself. Because when you're traumatized, you also just, you're not yourself.
That's right.
You go about a lot of things wrong, and it's sad, but it is what it is.
Sure.
Yeah.
So guys, okay, like you said you were bullied as a child.
Yeah.
And I think I read it in like one psychology book or something.
Okay.
That child trauma, they stick more.
They do.
Like maybe if you experience trauma at as a 7-year-old
Okay.
and as a 12-year-old, the one that's gonna stick with you forever is like the one when you were a child. And
Okay.
parents, I think parents, when we growing up and all that, they feel like, okay, let's just do that. She's just a child. She's not getting anything. It's nothing personal.
They don't
you know.
understand.
And all that, and it's stuck.
It does.
It just does, like, okay. And I think educators, when you go to school, like all those things, they don't even pay attention to that.
No.
And okay, let's talk about you. I think, okay, we met in varsity, by the way.
Yeah.
But I think your marks were like, you are this smart child, you know. being traumatized and bullied like that. Were you using that, maybe studying every time as like your coping mechanism, or you were just born smart?
I was just born smart. I was just born smart, I would say, because I got bullying more in primary, and I don't remember studying. As much as I was taking position 1 and 2 like all the time in primary, I don't remember studying that much. So maybe just being the best in that, at least, kind of like, you know what, kept me going, I would say. In some way, I could say it was a coping mechanism.
Okay.
Because I would just get attention around the academic area, at least.
Right.
So yeah, it was something.
Yeah, because I think there are a lot of people really that are maybe excelling in other things, and we don't even get to check on them, like, are you okay? Because we feel like, no, she's getting total, that one,
she's okay,
she's fine. And they need that spotlight. Like, imagine they're calling your name, like Wanga, position 1, and all that. Who would check up on you?
Nobody.
They would think like, we just need
I got it all handled.
You're fine. So I think that's another problem that we're having as a society. We're not checking on those people, because when I some they are just using that as like coping mechanism.
True.
Honestly, and it's bad. And this phone, guys, is just gonna disappoint me. Okay, so we are moving forward. How do they affect you as a person and in your everyday life?
Traumas, right? They affect us badly. They affected me badly.
Okay.
You get to ruin a lot of things for yourself that you don't intend to. It's easier to blame yourself for a lot of things. And when it's happening like that, like I said, you don't intend for things to happen because you're traumatized, right?
You're traumatized.
Yeah, you don't know any better. For a lot of things that are happening, you don't know any better. So of course you're gonna self-sabotage. This is where self-sabotaging comes in. You're gonna ruin a lot of things. And when you sit down with yourself and you're like, why did I do that? Why did that happen? You just beat yourself up. You're just too hard on yourself. But at the end of the day, it's the experience that counts, man. We learn from our mistakes, and we just gotta, just dust it and just move on. It's not easy, but trust me, when you're traumatized, you're gonna self-sabotage a lot of things, a lot. And by a lot, I mean a lot. A lot. And you're not gonna realize it until when it's late. Yeah, I would say you're not gonna realize it until it's late. So yeah, man.
So we spoke about your childhood trauma, bullying. Is there any other trauma that maybe you want to talk about? Or that's like your first and last traumatizing experience?
It's not my first and last.
Okay.
There are other experiences that traumatized me, but I'm not quite sure if I'm okay with this sharing.
It's okay.
But yeah, I think a lot of girls have daddy issues. That's like a norm. It's been normalized really to have daddy issues, but it's not okay. Our dad's leaving us, our dad's not loving us, just abandoning us. It really does damage us psychologically. It's heartbreaking. And people don't understand that a girl's first love is their father's love. When you don't have that love to begin with, you're just gonna search it in different places, in wrong places, I would say. As we grew older, you didn't get that love from your dad, right? You grew older, and then now you start dating, and you know how Mjolo is. And then you date the wrong you date the wrong people, and they just fixate that fact that maybe your dad left you because you really are not worthy of anything. You're not worthy of love, when you meet such people. And when you get cheated on, you kind of like adding to that trauma, because now it's just a lot. I don't even know how to explain it, but one time when that happened, the person that I got cheated on, right, with rather, it traumatized me to a point where when I hear people speak in her language, I get panic attacks. I get anxiety by just hearing names being called in that language. It was just, it's just a lot. I don't think guys understand the emotional trauma that they put girls under when they cheat, really. I mean, like all of us, because girls do it too. Girls do it too. So I feel like people don't understand the emotional trauma that they put people under when they cheat.
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk about cheating, but I feel like that's the number one thing that traumatized a lot of people. It's bad. You see, growing up knowing that I'm not worthy, I'm not beautiful and whatnot, dad leaving, not loving me, and then now you date, you get to meet people who treat you badly, guys cheating on you, and it's not only them cheating, it's also how they treat you in the relationship.
Yeah, it's not
They
only
make it seem like you're nothing. Like, I don't understand that, but they do that, and it really is emotionally damaging, because now you're just anxious around anything. When you see, let's say you get to see that the person that was being cheated with, right? Let's say she's light skinned, and you know my history with light skinned people, right? So it's just fixate on the fact that you are not worthy, you're not enough, you're not beautiful, and imagine that you end up hating yourself. You literally end up hating yourself
because of something that happened when you were very young.
Exactly. And when you see light-skinned people on social media walking around, they give you panic attacks. That's when you know that you know what, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Yeah. I talk to people a lot, like, as you know, I do hair, and then we get to have conversation with clients there and there. And the stories that they share, sometimes they do tell me that, you know what, I couldn't even go out for like 2 weeks because I just didn't want to see other beautiful women. When I see someone beautiful, I feel less of myself. That happens, and it comes all from cheating, because you make us feel like we're not worthy. So yeah, traumas are just, it goes a long way. It goes a long way. So I just hope I'm making sense. It really is a broad topic. I can go all day. But what I would like to but I would like to put out there is just, guys, please just try to think of your actions before you do certain things. Be considerate. You don't know what it's doing to the next person, really. It's really emotional damaging. You're literally changing someone's life, because now they're gonna self-sabotage good things for them, because, you know, now what they know, it's that they don't know how to be loved. They don't know how to believe that someone can actually love them. When that happens, they're not gonna know how to go about it. They're merely gonna question everything, because you're like, how can this be? How can you show me this much love? All I've known my whole life is just pain and misery.
It's like, when even if someone is trying to love them, they won't even be there fully. So like,
exactly,
is this possible?
You're like, nah man, this is too good to be true.
Right.
No, it's too good to be true. And you find that it's not. But because you're traumatized, that's what you know, that's what you've been exposed to your whole life, you're gonna respond in that manner. Until you heal, you're not gonna be able to understand such good love, that it really does exist, because you don't know that.
So it's like, you grew up as a traumatized child, then you decide to get married to somebody's child, and then you are a parent, a traumatized parent.
True.
The next thing, you're gonna parent them the way you were parented, if that makes sense, as a child. So this whole thing, it's just like a circle.
It's a cycle. You need to heal. We need to heal from every little thing that goes on. And the thing is, we don't know how to heal to begin with sometimes. And we're not exposed to this healing environment as we're growing up. So the trauma get piled up. The minute you understand healing, you are now gone. You're messed up. Really. It's not going to be easy to get out of that place.
So sometimes it will be too late.
Sometimes it can be too late. But you can always turn around.
So there was just a little bit of distraction, but hey, you know, some things we cannot control. But yeah, we are back now, and we're still on trauma. And in your statement, you mentioned healing. Like, some people are not healing, and healing is a process. You know, so how did you overcome your trauma?
It's through healing. And I was saying that I hate how people bash this word heal around people who are healing, or people who have scars and whatnot, right? Because people be like, heal, or like, as if it's that simple, or you don't want to, or whatever that you're doing it intentionally. And it's just bad how people throw around the word heal as if it's something that you can just go about simply, right?
Sure, yeah.
So people need to be more sympathetic, just be kind and show some love, because after all, those people are crying for love, behaving the way they're behaving because they need love, right?
Yeah.
Let's not justify bad behaviors, but honestly, people are traumatized. What they need most is love. Show them love. So yeah, people need to stop telling people to heal as if they've got it all under control themselves. Yeah, I think I overcame my traumas through healing.
You healed.
Yeah.
What else did you do? How did you heal? Like, I want to know the process.
You want to know a lot.
Yeah.
There are a number of ways someone can heal. It goes with what you prefer.
Okay.
Some go to therapy, some go to rehab. You can just start writing, expressing your feelings, by writing. Yeah, like therapy as well. I said reading as well really helps.
Okay.
So there's also this challenge. It's called 30 Days to Healing. It focuses on your shadow work and inner child healing. Before you could heal any other scar, I would prefer that you heal the inner child first, because that's the most troubled, traumatized kid, and it's still in you. We all still have that kid living within us.
Right.
You hear people say, what do you want to tell your 11-year-old kid? What do you want to say to your 11-old you? That's because they're still in us in a way.
Yeah.
So you need to heal that child first in order to could be like a completely different person, the best version of yourself. Yeah.
And when you start, you said people will be like, heal, man, like just heal, as if like you can just wake up and I'm healed now. I'm really, really happy you said like it's a process.
It is.
You don't just wake up and like today I'm deciding to heal from that childhood trauma. Hello.
Yeah.
It's a process, and we need to be patient with people who are trying to heal.
Exactly.
From whatever
just show them love.
Yeah.
Be kind. Just be sympathetic, guys.
Sure.
Just show love. Literally, in a nutshell, show love.
Yeah.
Be there for those people, because another thing that happens is people don't want to associate themselves with such people, and it's like they chose to be traumatized or to went through such experiences in life. Now, when you don't want to be associated with such people, now I'm not saying it's your responsibility to be there for people or to fix people. You cannot fix anybody, let's start there. But you can help them get where they want to go or get to, right? So when you don't want to be associated with such people, you're literally just saying, you know what, Vele, you're not good enough. What are you even doing in this world?
Yeah.
You might as well just kill yourself.
Yeah.
And this is why people end up committing suicide. It's that bad.
And being there for somebody doesn't mean you need to buy them something or anything. Maybe just listening to them.
Listen, understand, be patient, literally. Yeah.
Sure, guys. Okay. The phone again. So I think this is the last question that we're going to have.
Okay.
What advices would you give people about healing?
It's a process. It's a process. It takes time. Healing is literally working on yourself. I don't think we get to be exposed to this healing world as early as we should in life. Yeah, and healing is literally healing every little thing that happened to you. Every little scar, you need to heal that, because trust me, if you don't, it's really gonna ruin your life. So my advice would be that, like I said before, be patient with yourself, because it's a work in progress. Working on yourself will always be a work in progress. There's no final destination. Every little day you're working towards being the best possible version of yourself.
Sure.
There's no finish line. Another thing would be to reprogram your subconscious. Like I said, in my experience, I was being told a lot of things. I was made to believe a lot about myself that was negative stuff, right? So now my subconscious is full of negativity, I would say. Now I need to reprogram my subconscious and just fill it with positive thoughts, fill it with who I want myself to be, because as the Bible says from Proverbs 23 verse 7,
preach, girl.
Yeah, it says that you are who you believe in your heart and mind. So it's important for you to reprogram the subconscious and fill it with what you want to know, with what you want to believe. That way, healing will be easier. If you know now, you know who you are, and you want to believe only what you want to believe, not what other people are telling you. Because at the end of the day, it's you. What matters is what you think and what you say. So if what you think and what you say is bad, then the universe will give you that.
Yeah.
The law of attraction.
They treat you on how you treat you.
Yeah, just reprogram your subconscious. Just conquer the inner critic. You know, the inner critic, it's our that little head, that little voice in our head that keeps scolding us for not being good enough. It keeps us down. And then we have the inner advocate.
Okay.
That is more of a natural feeling. It speaks the language of confidence and love and possibilities, just good things. So once you conquer your inner critic with your inner advocate, and then now you know that, you know what, I'm this person, I'm like this, I'm like that, and you just go about your day and just conquer life, man. Just do you. Just erase everything that you were told about you that doesn't serve you, and just tell yourself what you need to know that's good for you.
Sure.
Knowing who you are in a nutshell. So that's the advice I would give.
You said a mouthful, guys. Oh my god, I'm so happy you came to my channel, honestly. So guys, I think that's it for today.
It should be.
Right. You're tired.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of questions. But guys, thank you so much for like coming to this channel. And remember, we're just trying to give our opinion. So on the comment section, you can just comment with what you want to say, your traumatic experience, how you're healing, all these things. Let's just be vocal about this. Let's not keep
we're
quiet.
We're all going through something.
That's right. And another problem is that we're not talking. We're going through something, you're quiet. The next person might be going through the same thing, but you won't even know because we're all
And
quiet.
also, it's important to know who to talk to.
Oh yeah.
Some people will bring you down further than you are, really. You need to know your people that you can trust. You cannot trust anyone easily, sure. You can never know someone's true intention, sure. But it's just important to have people that you know what, if I talk to this person, I confide in them, I vent, they're not going to use this information later on in life against me, because I've been in a situation where I just needed to talk and I was talking to the wrong people because I just needed someone to listen to me. I needed someone to tell me something. So I ended up talking to people that ended up using the information against me later on, and it was not a nice feeling. So you guys need to be careful as well on who you talk to and about what. You just don't talk to anybody about anything, really.
Okay.
So let's avoid that as well.
So as much as we should talk about whatever that's happening,
Yeah.
we should be selective.
You should be careful because some things you're just gonna damage yourself even further. What we need to talk to be okay, you need to talk to get help. So if you don't know who to talk to and you're talking to the wrong people, meaning you're just adding to your problems. We don't want that. We don't want you guys ending up killing yourselves. Yeah, you need to get the right help from the right people. We also have this line, I just don't know the number. This number, psychology line something.
Okay,
I think they
write
help.
it down.
Yeah, they help with therapy stuff for free.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can also use that. I think that's the safe method.
Yeah. I think people find it better to talk to somebody they don't know.
Yeah. And they can never use the information against
That's
you.
That's right. They
anyways.
don't even know you. So.
Yeah.
But as long as
get the right help.
So yeah, guys, I'm really happy we had this conversation. I'm happy you came to my channel, honestly. And remember, guys, anything that's happening to you is happening for you. So whatever that's happening in your life, just don't be all negative. Like you talk about the advocate in our lives and all that. So let's just not be all negative. And remember, we are talking, we are sharing our stories to the right people. Yeah, otherwise, thank you guys. Feel free to comment on the comments, share this video, talk to someone, and we love you. Thank you.
Be happy.
Yeah, be happy, people.
Yeah.